Hey everybody, Dave Nasty here with Epic Guitar Instruction. How are you? We're gonna learn a really good song today, so come along with me, let's have some fun. Let's learn some Keith Urban, and we're gonna learn a great tune of his called Put You in a Song. So we are drop tuned for this, so it's gonna be centered around a D chord, but what I've done that is different from a standard tuning is I've just taken my low string and made it sound like a D string. So I've dropped it one whole step. You can do that on a tuner, or sometimes people will hit a harmonic and then hit that fourth string and make sure we're perfectly in tune. And that way when we ring this D chord out, especially through certain parts of this song, it's gonna add a little more body to it and it'll sound really full as we play it. So we're gonna go piece by piece. We'll start off with this really fantastic intro, and it goes just like this. Now, we're gonna do this a couple of different ways because we can spice it up as we kind of go. So let's look at these sounds that happen when I get this really kind of almost like Celtic kind of a vibe that I'm getting by playing single notes or single line runs off of my G string involving 2 and 4. Then I've got that nice big slide where I'm going to go from the 4th fret or my B note all the way up to D and back again. A little more up to speed. Now, what is going to be fun about this is the dynamics that we get from the rhythm hand. Notice I'm kind of getting a little bit of percussive rhythm in with my right hand. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to turn just a little bit so you can maybe see from this angle. I'm going to almost like recreate a snare type of effect by just putting a percussive down strum into those strings. Now, what's nice about this is it's actually kind of funny. It'll be totally different if you slide with one finger, if you try to divide the work up here between our 1st and 3rd finger. One other thing that he does too, which is kind of fun, is he'll actually fret the D and do this. Now, this would be more for you advanced players a little bit, if you want to embellish it just that much more. But I have my 3rd finger or my ring finger on my D note. While I'm holding my A, I just get that many more Ds going on because I have the 4th string and then the 6th string ringing at the same time. And then I've got to bring my pinky all the way out there, and that's kind of crazy, but Keith Urban's a pretty awesome guitar player, so he throws in those little embellishments in there. So that's something that you could think about trying. And that'll all be the same then for the second part. So let's cover the fret numbers for the higher portion of this riff. We're going to be going from our 9th fret to our 11th fret, and then I'm going to go up to 14. Again, ringing all of my lower strings along the way. So when we combine that with this piece down here, we've got that intro in a solid fashion. And of course, this reoccurs throughout the song. After the chorus, it's kind of a nice little reoccurring theme. So it's going to pop up again, and we'll play it throughout the piece. Let's take a look at what we're going to encounter with our verse. Now, in the recording of the song, the verse is actually driven by the bass guitar. So what I've done is I've taken a version that I saw him play acoustically, and I'm going to transfer that over so we can do everything all in one here on the acoustic guitar. So we're going to start off with this chord. And this is a way to play a G. And throughout the way we play this song, or throughout playing this song, we're going to modify this guy. But we're going to start here. This is going to be the first chord that drives our rhythm and our verse. We're going to walk down and play this chord. This is going to be the next chord that we drive in our verse. And we're going to go back up again, and then we're going to go to a B minor. We're going to start again back here. We're going to walk it all the way down, and this time we're going to continue to what will make an E tone by flattening here. But notice I've got my 2 fingers covering the high strings. We can even do that with 1 finger like this, or maybe even the pinky might be easier. And then we go back to our G. And we're going to lead into the pre-chorus, or it's just like a 1-chord pre-chorus with an A. Let me play that and demonstrate the verse for you now that we've gone through the chords. I kind of kept it quiet there, you know, I wasn't talking too much over that verse, but let's break down the rhythm that happens there and some embellishments that we can do. I just think that's a really cool thing to play. So let's take a look at what my right hand's doing as far as how sometimes I'm focusing on the bass notes a little bit more before I get into a wide cross kind of strum. And you can hear it just keeps this kind of feel going the whole time on the low strings, and that's really what we're looking for. And it keeps a nice driving beat. But what's awesome in the version that I saw him do was he would do some embellishments now. So I'm going to talk about that now, where I might bring in some notes here with my pinky. Now that might sound weird at first, but if I go through here and I keep that consistent, it's going to be really cool. Now notice I did kind of finger it a little bit differently right there, just to point that out. Initially when I showed you the chord at the top here, I played it this way, but to do an embellishment, I might finger it in this fashion, so that way I can extend my pinky out and get some of these extra notes. In addition, when I come down and I walk down through the song, I might put my pinky out here and that'll look a little bit more fancy, and that'll look like this. When I do get to the portion of the verse where I incorporate my E chord, and as I said, I'm playing it this way, maybe I'll go with my pinky, and I'm going to go... And I'm going to bring in those low notes on that bottom end here. If you find any of the strumming of this song a bit troublesome, we are here to help you with all of those things. If you see the link below in that YouTube text box, if you click on that link, what you're going to get is some helpful material from us that's totally free, that is going to be a great ebook, and it comes with a video as well that shows you all kinds of great strumming patterns and things that you encounter when playing not only songs like this, but many songs that are in this style and vein of country music and played on the acoustic guitar. So you have all your strumming patterns covered, a lot of help, great instruction, some extra things that are for free, and all you got to do is just click on that link below. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and we'll play into the chorus. It's very similar to our verse here. So we have... take us back to our nice intro. So it's really a great way to jam through this song. And you know what's fun with an intro like this, because we have the kind of exploration of playing these single note lines like this, and we've kind of gone through and we've looked at playing it that way. Even maybe at the beginning I can fret more of a full D chord shape. We've got a lot of fun parts that we could put together. We have one more section to cover that's a couple of chords, and we're all good with our song. So the bridge to the song is going to consist of an A chord. It's going to go to that nice barred E, which we're playing on the 2nd fret. It's going to go back to the A, and it's going to hold with one long G chord that we can voice in any of these kind of fashion, and it's going to go right back to the chorus, which of course is underneath the solo. So this covers all the parts to our song. I think I'll go ahead and jam this out. So let's go ahead and take a look at playing into that bridge piece, right? So we have a nice smooth transition, talking again about that A chord, go into that E chord, back to the A chord, and ringing out into our G chord. So what I'm going to do is play the chorus that precedes this section into that, just so we get a nice feel of how it's going to go. section which is going to be played over the previous chords that we discussed in our verse. So that'll cover us really well through all the parts of the song. I'm going to go ahead and play this thing out a little bit. It's such a fun song to jam out. Please leave a comment or a suggestion. Subscribe to the channel. We love any feedback that you can provide for us, and we love giving you all the songs and information we can. So thank you very much. I'll see you next time, and I'm going to go ahead and play this one out.